Hi everyone, it's Bev here, your mental health coach, providing tips, tools, techniques and advice helping you to stay mentally strong in these difficult times and beyond. The topic for this video is procrastination. Procrastination is a hot topic. So what I want to do is to talk about what procrastination is, why we procrastinate, and then to leave you with some pointers as to what you can do if you are a serial or acute procrastinator. So why do we procrastinate? What's behind putting things off? Because that's what procrastination is, putting things off for a later time, and maybe the later time never happens. Some people say to me that maybe I'm lazy and that's why I procrastinate, but that's not the truth. Laziness is something completely different. Let me put it to you this way. So a lazy person will never or has no intention of completing a task, whereas a procrastinator puts the task off. Now, if there was a pile of dirty dishes in a sink, the lazy person has no intention of washing those dishes. In fact, if they needed a dish, they would take out one dish, use it, and then put it back. A procrastinator would see the dirty dishes from the corner of their eye and get super guilty about not doing the dishes. So you see, the difference between a procrastinator and a lazy person is guilt. So why do we procrastinate? It's not a good thing. We humans want to thrive. We want to expand. We want to achieve our goals. So why do we procrastinate? Well, when I looked at it, it seems to me that procrastination falls into two main camps. And I gave these two camps the heading freeze and personality. So let's look at freeze first. As you well know, part of our defense mechanism and our wish for survival is fight and flight. But we have another survival mechanism, and that's called freeze. So, you know, if you saw a bear, a grizzly bear, it is said that you shouldn't run, or you shouldn't try and fight a bear. I mean, that would be ridiculous, but you stand a chance if you freeze. So that is part of our survival mechanism. Or we sometimes might camouflage ourselves or hide. And procrastination is our system saying, you're overwhelmed, you're taking on too much, have some downtime, sit on the sofa and do nothing. Don't get out of bed, watch Netflix, just do something which is mindless until you can recover. But of course, when we procrastinate, we feel guilty. So we're not having a lot of fun when we're on the sofa. We're actually feeling really bad about ourselves. Procrastination can mask depression and anxiety and stress. So it's really important to notice that when you're sitting there doing nothing or thinking about doing something but actually doing nothing, are you making yourself small? Have you lost your mojo? Have you lost your interest, your appetite for life? That procrastination may be an indicator. So that's the freeze camp. The other camp is the personality camp. And that is people that have the fear of doing anything because they don't want to fail. So they may be perfectionists. So I'm not going to do something because unless it's perfect, I'm just not even going to bother to start. So there might be, in this camp, you start a lot of things and then you don't do a lot of things. So you just sit there. In the personality camp, people may self-sabotage themselves. So they wait until the last minute to do anything because they would rather say, well, I didn't have enough time, I ran out of time, then say to themselves, I did not do it because I wasn't up to it. I didn't have the skills. I didn't have the wherewithal. So they let themselves off the hook by saying, I'm a procrastinator. And the last one under the personality column is that some people just love instant gratification. You know, you say to the brain, well, you can clean out the kitchen cupboards, or you can go for a run, or you can sit down and watch whatever Netflix has to give. Well, you're going to get an instant gratification by watching Netflix. And if you add some popcorn and something to drink to that, you're well away. But you're not achieving your life. Don't you think that it's a little arrogant to life to say, I'll do things when I'm good and ready? Do you think that it's a good idea to disrespect yourself in that way, to say that I'm going to do stuff and then don't do it? That suggests that to your system or to anybody that's watching that you lack integrity. So you say that you're going to do something and then you don't do it. So the next time that you want to do something, you really want to do it, the brain just says, can't be bothered, you're not going to do it. So why bother? Why even start when you know that you're not going to do it? You're going to not finish it. That's the bottom line, that you're doing a disservice to yourself when you procrastinate. So what can you do to get out of this procrastination? Well, the first thing that I want you to consider is a different mindset, but think about time as money, because it is. And as you sit there wasting your time, wasting your life, you are actually losing money. For every hour that you're sitting on that sofa, you are losing money. Let's just say that you earn £20, euros or dollars an hour. 2 hours on the sofa watching mindless stuff, getting lost in the bowels of the internet is £40, dollars or euros. That equates to £14,560 per year. So if you are going to procrastinate, use it. Earn the money. Earn the money. So if you want to sit on the sofa for 2 hours, then you have to do 2 hours work. Simple, so that you balance the balance sheet. If you want to spend all day vegging out, then you're going to have to do 1 day of work. You see, think about it this way. Think about each day of the week being 10 years of your life. So Monday is the first 10 years, Tuesday you're in your 20s, Wednesday you're in your 30s, Thursday you're in your 40s, and so on and so forth. If you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s and 60s, can you afford to procrastinate? Can you? You see, your life consists of 2 important dates: the day you were born and the day you'll die. And your life consists of the dash in between those dates. Is it in your gift to just waste your life, to while your life away, to put things off? No. So when you do things, become like a time lord, defender of the time. Become really selfish with your time, because we will give our time away. Half an hour here talking nonsense to somebody about something they don't know, 2 hours on Netflix, then another hour or so on social media, and by the time we come to the end of the day, we've wondered what we've done with the day. Be vicious, dangerously focused with your time. It is said that if you seize the morning, then you win the day. Get up early and do something so that you can do whatever you want in the afternoon. Work it that way. Be consistent with your time. So if you say you're going to go for a run, yes, go for a run for 5 minutes and turn back. Get some discipline. You don't have to run for an hour. If you're going to do something, do it for 5 minutes. Break the spell of procrastination. Break the habit of procrastination. Do whatever you have to do with dangerous, time-lord focus for 5 minutes and then stop. Stop doing that. You see, you may not see a difference. Oh, I'm just going to spend 5 minutes clearing out the kitchen cupboards or sorting out my wardrobe. What difference can that make? Well, 5 minutes, again, adds up. And over the course of time, you will see that the job is done. When you plant a seed in the ground, you have to water and nurture that seed in the faith that something will happen. And for a while, nothing happens. It seems as if nothing happens. And then one day, there is a plant, there is a flower. Same with any task that you want to achieve. Anybody that is successful in their life, bringing the best version of themselves, will be consistent in what they do. So, when you've succeeded, when you've done your 5 minutes, when you've done your hour of working, or whatever it might be, then it's reward time. Every time you do 5 minutes, every time you extend that 5 minutes and you work up to an hour, reward yourself with something really great, because you are great. So I'll leave it there. Tell me, what are you going to start doing today? Stay safe.